there. Welcome back to The Greater You. Today's video, we're going to be dealing with thoughts. This is an important one. We get a lot of clients that have thoughts that spin, anxious thoughts, negative self-talk, ants, automatic negative self-talk. All those types of things come up for people. And we've got some good skills and tools. This one is a combination of coming from some positive psychology components and also ACT therapy, ACT, and mindfulness work. So let's go ahead and do a screen share here and show you what we're going to look at here today. Dealing with annoying thoughts. Boy, don't we all have them. And yeah, I just realized there's a weird space there, but we're going to rock it anyway, or a lack thereof. So dealing with annoying thoughts, this happens. We have times where our heads run, our brains grow legs and run around in our head. I had one client many years ago that talked about two squirrels running around in her head. And yeah, thoughts can feel like that, especially if they're kind of anxious thoughts. So usually thoughts that spin come from a place of worry. They come from unmet expectations or unrealistic expectations. They come from annoyances or unresolved stuff in our lives. They come from being too busy. They come from internal or external pressure. They can come from other places, past and historical problems. So these spinning thoughts, they are common for all humankind. Here's a cool strategy for dealing with those. So first, identify the thought or thoughts that are bugging you. And you want to put on your like Sherlock Holmes hat here and just go, all right, what is going on in my head? Take a moment, take some deep breaths, and identify the thought and move quickly into step two, which is once you've identified the thought, write them down, get them out of your head, empty them out of your brain, put them on a piece of paper. This one would be a great one to do disposable journaling with. You hear us talk about that, where you write stuff down and then you destroy it afterwards. So it's part of the letting go process. So you don't need to necessarily do this in some diary that you want to keep for your posterity. This would be something you just write down so that you can get it out of your brain. Write them all down. Empty your brain out, get it down. That's very therapeutic. That's very cleansing to write the stuff down. And then the next one is go ahead and say out loud or write down, I am not my thoughts. This is huge because you are not your thoughts. You are not, I am not my thoughts, right? That helps create a separation between you and your thought environment. We want a space built between those two things. I am not my thoughts. That is actually a true statement, by the way. This is not just like some sort of lip service. And doing that and writing that down after emptying out your brain sets the stage for this next step, which is to let it go. As you've learned from us in multiple videos and multiple angles, letting go is one of the core skills and tools for emotional and mental health across the board. Once you've written it down and once you've said, I am not my thoughts, then mentally, emotionally, physically, even let go of that pesky thought that has been bothering you. When you do this, exhale, take some deep breaths, cleanse your body, relax those shoulders, get into a meditative position or stance, or seating position, or even laying position, and let go of those thoughts. On the paper, you might scratch them off as you let them go, or you might rip up, if it's one thought per paper, you might rip up that piece of paper as you're working on letting go, exhaling, breathing, relaxing your chest, your upper back, your shoulders, your neck, and letting this stuff go. It's a decision that we make. And then the final step is to breathe into that inner stillness you just created. Breathe into it. Sit with that quiet and just let it be for a moment. Let yourself just exist. Let go of any thoughts that come back into your mind in that moment and just come back to stillness. This process, you're going to need to practice many, many times in order to master it. The tools that we give are effective, but they are most effective when you practice them repeatedly and build a structure around them, or I guess a habit around them is a better way to say it, where you do it frequently and it becomes really a part of you. So, like and subscribe if you enjoyed this one. And the challenge is to do it. Try these 5 steps out. Try them right here, right now. Pause the video. Identify some annoying thought that's been bugging you today. Write it down. Say out loud, I am not my thoughts. Let it go. Rip up that piece of paper. Exhale. And then breathe into that inner stillness that you just worked to create. Okay. So that is it for this one. We've got more to come. So stick with us. We will talk to you in the future. We got more and more topics. Of course, you can always throw out some ideas in our comment section if there are other topics you'd like to hear from. Otherwise, we're just going to keep going. We have a lot to share. Thank you.